Good morning, everyone. So last night's night shift was definitely a lot more manageable than the night before, so don't feel quite as brain fogged, I guess you could say, for today. One thing I was going to talk about, because I know like people I work with now have kind of like seen some of these videos, and I don't think I've really even talked about, I know I've talked about like who I think these videos for and why, a little bit like of why I wanted to start recording things. Why didn't we get the light? I don't think I really touched on like for me like why I decided to post, I guess you could say, or I feel like when I started this whole recording myself for med school prep, it kind of it made more sense probably for like most people that they would record themselves and then kind of review the videos internally, like just themselves, and then that would be it. That would be kind of like your way of determining if you're improving or having an easier time talking to yourself or answering questions. So the whole question came up like, why did I decide to load things to YouTube? And it kind of came into two rationales, I guess, for me. The first one is accountability. Like I felt like if I just did things internally and said, yeah, I'll review the videos, either they would stay on a hard drive and I would never look at them because, as I mentioned before, I'm kind of like probably self-critical and maybe a little too embarrassed to review like my own videos. And then the other part too is like I just kind of enjoy the video editing part. And like I said a long time ago, like maybe like 10 years ago, I used to do like live streaming of gaming and stuff, so I always kind of enjoyed the video editing or the AV kind of part of it. Like even back in high school, I used to always do like the photography clubs and kind of what they call that. It was communications technologies was the course name. So in university, I took a couple of extra courses like that too. So photography and a cinematography course as well. So kind of always something I've been interested in, and why I've decided to kind of use it as an excuse to keep playing around with that type of stuff. The one thing I didn't want it to kind of come across as is like, the stereotypical like midlife crisis kind of thing. Like, oh, Andrew's gonna start a video or a YouTube channel because he's trying to figure out what the hell to do with his life, or he's having his midlife crisis kind of thing, or the gym is bumping today, or the other thing was like, hold on, I hit my head off the windshield here, these bumps. What was I saying? It being like I don't remember what else I was going to say. Definitely not a midlife crisis thing anyways. I don't think. The other reason kind of like why I felt recording them or recording these videos or doing like a vlog style thing, and it kind of goes hand in hand with the accountability of the interview prep stuff, is that if I was going to do this whole weight loss / body recomp thing, I thought it would also kind of keep me accountable for, my dieting, being consistent with cardio, being consistent with going to the gym, and kind of tracking everything. I've already mentioned this in other videos. I feel like I'm usually pretty good at, being strict like myself, like I don't really need a lot of external motivators to kind of keep me on track with things. But it is like another layer of kind of like a security net that I know if I have to upload a video and talk about it, that it's going to be more difficult for me to talk about my day if I know that I skipped out on things that I made a commitment to do. So a few layers to the why I'm doing the YouTube uploads onion, I guess you could say. And I do feel like it's kind of helped give me a little bit of perspective on, life balance, and it's definitely helped me out with keeping focus on my goals at the gym and my weight loss stuff. So hopefully it also contributes to the med school interview stuff, which time will tell. Anyways, I'm not going to keep bantering about nothing before we get into the gym. We'll see how we do upstairs. It's pretty busy, so it's a pull day today, so a lot of back exercises, which are unfortunately right in the middle of the floor, which I love recording at. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see you upstairs.
Oh my God.
So today's workout went alright. Not as good as yesterday, but as far as recording stuff, I think I got the majority of the workout. I think the only thing we didn't get were the lat pull downs at the beginning, but not a big deal. Not too bad for a post night shift workout, and now we got the weekend ahead of us, so all in all, things are looking alright. I'll try and get a pose down here real quick before somebody else comes up here. I'm trying to leave my microphone right there. I notice every time I do this, I stuff my microphone somewhere really weird, and then I end up talking and you can barely hear me. Man, I find like with upper body, the workouts tend to get too long. I lose some of my bowing. Again, things like the lat spreads, and I don't really know how to do that. I've been trying to watch videos, but it seems more more tricky than they make it out to be in the videos. Anyways, let's cover up before we get in trouble. Although we haven't gotten in trouble yet, just sometimes it can seem a little odd, I guess, to some people. I'm worried now that I cut myself off. I'll do one more pose. With the sun beaming in on my fluffy lower back. But it's tricky now with the extra sunlight. And it's like trying to look in the tiny little viewfinder of the camera to to get an idea. There's gonna be some weird shadows. I don't know if it's better if I go. Anyways, not too worried about it. Not at that level of body physique that I need to worry about lighting and all that stuff, I don't think. Anyways, I'm gonna go downstairs, hit the bike, and then I'll see you in the truck. Hopefully this picked up all my audio. All right. Should be all right. So workout today was, I'd say, probably exceptionally good for a post night shift workout. We got 32 minutes of cardio in, so that's all good. And I think we got decent amount of sets in for every group. I think we did 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 12 to about 16 working sets on the back workouts, and then another 8, 9 with some warm-up sets on the biceps. So I think as far as like activating the muscle groups, that's another success as well. So all in all, where's everyone going here? Why is everyone cutting in front of me? All in all, good day. And like I said, weights and rep ranges are all, within where I'd expect them to be. So we're maintaining that just fine. So that's all good news. I think just to round off the video for today, just gonna reiterate like my whole thing about like, why I decided to start uploading these videos onto YouTube and kind of like where I see it going. And again, it's, I was kind of thinking about it while I was upstairs in the gym, and I've gotten a little bit more confident with recording myself with other people around. The whole talk over stuff is not really, I'm having a lot of difficulty actually just getting the audio to be clear enough where I'm not getting copyright claims put on my videos. So I don't know if there's gonna be a lot of like voiceover stuff for like during the lifts. That might change if there's something really important that I think I wanted to share about a certain exercise. So I don't know, the way I wrap my head around it is I feel like working in EMS, especially, or really it's any kind of like health service, I'd say, is you're kind of trained or taught to like, let's say bite the bullet, and if somebody complains about something you do, you get to like apologize for it all the time, and it's just kind of like a weird way to live. So I've been trying to like get it in my head that unless somebody's really feeling imposed upon by me recording something, it shouldn't really bother people too much. And if it does, I'm more than able to like delete those clips. But I need to stop always assuming I'm going to be an inconvenience, I guess would be the best way to put it, or bothering other people, because outside of work I'm kind of allowed to do and say what I want, whereas at work you're a little bit more muzzled because you're held to a certain expectation regardless of how you feel about a situation. So yeah, I think the videos will continue kind of like in this format, maybe like music over the exercises, and then the I'm gonna turn this up a bit here, and then like I said, I'll voice over if something interesting comes up. But yeah, other than that, everything's status quo right now. I'm gonna try and work on some maybe different layouts or formats for the videos as far as intros and stuff. That's kind of like the stuff I enjoy doing, is making like I don't know what you call it, like the graphic overlays kind of thing. So I'm gonna work on that. I think as far as like the diet and exercise go, I'm just kind of like coasting right now, and not coasting as an effort, but as far as the routine and stuff goes and effort, and if I need to change anything with my diet, I feel like I'm in a good spot. So I'm not going to change anything. The rep ranges and the exercises are going well. I'm feeling sore after a workout, a little bit sore the day after, which gives me enough time to recover, and I'm able to get back into the gym about 2 days after on my short switchovers. So I don't think there's anything really for me to change there. But other than that, just keep on keeping on, I guess. And yeah, if following the routine and picking up a few things from my random banter is interesting, then feel free to follow along. I'll be uploading videos pretty much every day. So thanks for sticking around this long, and I'll see you in the next one.